Hello guys, welcome back. Today I'm talking about how we can ensure that our kids are always going to be able to come to us and talk to us about what is going on in their life, the things that are upsetting them, their emotions, tough things, all of that stuff. I know for my two kids, I know they're still young, they're 4 3/4 and 7.5. They will not let me forget that. And I am literally laying the groundwork now using emotional intelligence to ensure that both of them will always come to me when things get tough, when they make mistakes, when they make a bad decision. They do this stuff all the time, right? On a small scale because they're so young. But think about when our kids are teenagers, right? Even beyond then, don't we want to have a good, close connection with our kids, even when they're in their 20s and 30s and beyond? We never stop being a parent. Isn't that ridiculous? Like to think about when you realize, oh my gosh, even when they move out in their 20s or whenever that might be, even when they have their own family, like I do now, I still want to have a good connection with my parents and I want to have a good connection with my kids when we're older. And you guys will not believe the amount of stories that I've heard from parents now, parents in the Facebook group, parents who I coach, who are saying things like, I don't even keep in touch with my parents. We stopped talking a long time ago. They are crazy. They are toxic. The stuff they did to us as kids was crazy, was ridiculous, was hurtful and damaging. Even to the what we might think of as kind of like the lower end of the spectrum, you know, parents just didn't listen. They always dismissed when I said something. They said, you're being silly, don't be a girl, you know, toughen up, or it's not a big deal, you're making this into a big issue, you know, making a mountain out of a molehill. I heard that when I remember that saying, you're making a mountain out of a molehill. So the thing is, we need to realize as parents that what we are doing now, how we are showing up as parents now, is laying the groundwork. It's literally creating the foundation from which our child or our children are going to be as they get older, right? It's going to be how they show up, how they deal with their emotions, whether they are open and talk to us or talk to others, whether they express how they're feeling and what's going on with them, or whether they shut that down, whether they try to squash it and suppress it, whether they sweep it under the rug and they think it's not a big deal, I'm overreacting, this is fine, everyone else is doing it. Like that's actually the stuff that I talk about with parents in saying, look, you've got to be able to put yourself forward in the future and think, okay, when my kids, maybe in 10 years, I know it seems so far away, 10 years my kids will be 14 and 17. What do I want them to do? And what do I want them to think when maybe something has gone wrong at school or with a friendship? Maybe they've done the wrong thing and they know they shouldn't have. And they come home at the end of the day or the end of the night and they feel really terrible about it, or they feel ashamed or embarrassed, or they know they feel guilty, or they feel so upset about a relationship breakdown. I 1000% want them to be able to come to me and talk to me and be open. I want them to know mum and dad are not going to judge me. They're going to hear me out. I'm going to be heard. They're going to see what's really going on. They're not going to dismiss it. They're not going to sweep it under the rug. They're not going to say, you're being silly, you should have known better. They're not going to send me to my room and threaten and shout and punish. No way. Oh my God, no. That's why the stuff that we do now, the way we respond to our child's big emotions when they are upset, when something has gone wrong for them, even if it's they've dropped their cereal, even if it's they've broken a little piece off a car and you can easily put it back on, whatever it is, she took my favorite texters. If they're sad or angry or upset or fearful or nervous or anxious, worried, disappointed, listen to your kids' emotions. Validate them. You do not have to agree with them. If they think this is the biggest thing ever and I can't fix the wing on the airplane, you don't have to agree if you think, oh my goodness, there are kids starving in Africa. You know, we don't have to agree if we don't feel that it is a big issue. I totally get that. But you can validate that it's a big thing for them. Don't dismiss them. Don't make light of it. Don't make fun of them. Don't tell them how they should feel. So I can see you're really upset. Yeah, that's frustrating. Let's see if we can fix it. Come on. Do you know the power in those words and that response versus a reaction of, oh, it's a plane, get over it. Come on. You can fix it. Hurry up. You're being silly. All of those things, like, honestly, I can't stress it enough. The little tiny moments here and there that we have with our kids, you probably have 30 of them every day or more when there are big emotions going on. This is the foundation that we're laying for our kids. Okay? It is so, so important. Tiny little tweaks and changes to how we show up as a parent, how we deal with our kids' big emotions, are helping them know that when they're older and when things go wrong or they're going through tough moments, they know they can come to us. We're going to hear them. We're not going to think that they're silly. We're not going to judge them and threaten them or punish them. We're going to say, all right, I can see you feeling angry or upset about this. I get that. I think I probably would too. You know, if that was me. What are we going to do? Let's work out how we can solve that problem. How can you move through this? What can I do to help you? That's the stuff that they're going to want to hear from us. And if we sow those seeds and if we make this our approach, just our way of being, now we're not going to have to think about it later. It's just going to be how things are. Like, I know in my heart, because I've been doing this stuff for a few years now with my kids, I have no question that when they're older, they're going to feel like they can come to me. They're going to open up. They're going to tell me if they did something wrong. They already do that. If they sneak something, they come and tell me. You know, I'm not saying it's going to be perfect. It never is. That's not what we're aiming for. But just to know, I am doing my best to protect that connection and strengthen it so that when my kids are older, I know they're not going to shove it down inside, keep it to themselves, and maybe get in worse strife doing something. So I hope that really hits home for you guys. Please jump over on Facebook if you're on there and join the Facebook group. It's called Let's Raise Emotionally Intelligent Kids. I would love you to join that conversation. It's a freaking movement. There are so many beautiful parents in there. And as always, if you guys are struggling with some of this stuff, or you want some support, or you want to learn about the programs I run and the coaching, head over to stephaniepinto.com, reach out to me. You can send a message through the website and let's chat. This is the stuff I love. So this is why I am here. All right. Take care, guys, and I will see you next time. See ya.